My son was beating his wife while she fought breast cancer. My revenge destroyed him. My name is Eleanor Thompson, and I'm 68 years old. I live in a quiet suburb of Chicago, in the same house where I raised my two children after my husband passed away from a heart attack 15 years ago. People in my neighborhood know me as the kindly widow who bakes cookies for church fundraisers and tends to her rose garden. But what they don't know is that for the past 2 years, I've carried a secret burden so heavy it nearly broke me, a burden named Ryan, my only son. Ryan was always my pride and joy. As a single mother, I poured everything into him and his younger sister, Emily. He was charming, athletic, the star quarterback in high school. Colleges scouted him, but he chose a local university, stayed close to home. I thought that meant he loved me. After graduation, he got a good job in sales, married Sarah, a sweet, intelligent woman he met at work, and they bought a house not far from mine in the suburbs. Sarah was everything I could have hoped for in a daughter-in-law, kind, hardworking, with a laugh that lit up a room. She called me Mom from the start, and I adored her. But things changed slowly, insidiously. Ryan started drinking more after work. He'd come home late, irritable. At first, Sarah covered for him, saying he was stressed from his job. Then came the arguments I overheard during family dinners, sharp words, slammed doors. I dismissed it as normal marital spats. Young couples fight, right? I didn't want to interfere. Mothers-in-law are already stereotyped as meddlers. Then Sarah was diagnosed with breast cancer. It was stage 2, invasive ductal carcinoma. She found the lump herself during a self-exam. She was only 35. The doctors said it was treatable: surgery, chemotherapy, radiation. Sarah was brave about it, shaving her head before the hair loss started, joking about buying wigs in wild colors. Ryan seemed supportive at first. He drove her to appointments, held her hand during the lumpectomy. I was there too, helping with meals, cleaning their house while Sarah rested. But as the chemo kicked in, making Sarah weak, nauseous, and exhausted, Ryan's true colors emerged. I noticed the bruises first. Small ones on her arms, hidden under long sleeves, even in summer. When I asked, she'd say she bumped into something. Chemo made her clumsy, she claimed. Then one day, I dropped by unannounced with groceries. Sarah was in the living room, curled up on the couch, crying. Her cheek was red and swollen. She tried to hide it, but I saw. What happened? I demanded. She broke down. Ryan, he gets angry. The bills are piling up, and he's stressed. Last night he hit me because dinner wasn't ready. He said I'm not pulling my weight anymore. I was stunned. My son? The boy I raised? Hitting his wife while she battled cancer? I confronted Ryan that evening when he came home. He denied it at first, then exploded. Mind your own business, Mom. Sarah's fine. She's exaggerating. Cancer's making her dramatic.
Dramatic?
My daughter-in-law was fighting for her life, and he called her dramatic? That was the beginning. Over the next months, as Sarah endured round after round of chemo, losing weight, battling infections, Ryan's abuse escalated. He'd yell at her for being too tired to cook or clean. He'd snatch money from her purse, money she'd saved from her part-time job before diagnosis, to go out drinking with friends. One night, he came home drunk and shoved her so hard she fell, bruising her ribs. She ended up in the ER, but lied to the doctors, saying she tripped. I saw it all because I started visiting more, pretending to help but really checking on her. Sarah confided in me everything. She kept a diary hidden under the mattress, pages filled with dates, descriptions of his rages, photos of bruises taken on her phone. I don't know how much longer I can take this, she whispered one afternoon while Ryan was at work. But I have no money, no energy to leave. And the divorce, with cancer, who'd believe me? I believed her. And something inside me snapped. I'd always been the doting mother, excusing Ryan's flaws. Boys will be boys, I'd say, when he got into trouble as a teen. But this? Abusing a woman fighting cancer?
No.
Blood or not, he was a monster. I decided to act. Quietly. Methodically. First, I convinced Sarah to see a therapist at the cancer center who specialized in domestic abuse. Many women with cancer face this. Abusers exploit their vulnerability, controlling finances, isolating them. The therapist connected us with a domestic violence advocate. Sarah was scared, but I promised I'd handle everything. I hired a private investigator, a retired cop recommended by a friend. He documented Ryan's nights out, bars, women he flirted with, even an affair with a coworker. Photos, timestamps. Proof he was cheating while Sarah vomited from chemo. Next, I contacted a lawyer specializing in divorce and abuse cases. We gathered evidence: Sarah's diary, medical records showing injuries inconsistent with accidents, text messages where Ryan threatened her if she didn't snap out of it. The house was in both their names, bought with a joint mortgage. But Ryan had been hiding assets, funneling money into a secret account for his drinking and affairs. The PI found that too. I transferred ownership subtly. As Ryan's mother, I still had access to some old joint accounts from when I helped him financially. I worked with the lawyer to file emergency motions. Sarah signed power of attorney to me temporarily, trusting me completely. One day, while Ryan was at work, I helped Sarah pack essentials. We moved her to my house, safe, quiet, with a spare room I'd prepared. She started her final radiation treatments from there, regaining strength without fear. Then came the revenge. The lawyer filed for divorce on grounds of abuse and infidelity. We attached the evidence. Because of the domestic violence, Sarah got a restraining order immediately. Ryan was served at work, humiliated in front of colleagues. He came pounding on my door that night, furious.
Mom.
What the hell? You're siding with her? She's lying. I opened the door just enough phone recording. Ryan, you've been abusing Sarah for months. While she had cancer. I have proof. Leave or I'll call the police. He screamed, threatened. The neighbors heard. Police came. He violated the restraining order multiple times, drunk calls showing up. Each time, arrests piled up. The divorce went through fast. Sarah got the house. We'd proven Ryan's financial misconduct. His secret account? Frozen and awarded to her for dissipation of marital assets. His car, repossessed because he missed payments gambling the money away. His job? The affair coworker reported him for harassment after he blamed her. Fired. Friends abandoned him when the truth spread. Photos of Sarah's bruises circulated in our community group. Anonymously, of course. Ryan ended up in a dingy apartment, deep in debt, with a criminal record for domestic violence. He tried rehab for alcohol but quit. Last I heard, he's working odd jobs, begging for handouts. Sarah? She beat the cancer. In remission now, glowing with health. She sold the house, moved to a new city with support from a survivors network I connected her to. She's dating a kind man who adores her, building a new life.
Me?
I cut Ryan off completely. No visits, no calls. He sends pathetic apologies sometimes. Mom, I'm sorry. She's turned you against me.
No, son.
You did that yourself. People ask if I regret it, destroying my own child. But Ryan destroyed himself. I chose justice over blind loyalty. Sarah calls me every week, sends photos of her new life. She's the daughter I always wanted. Was my revenge too harsh? Maybe. But watching a good woman suffer while evil thrives? I couldn't live with that. In the end, I didn't destroy him. I saved her. And in doing so, I saved my soul.